for some morning stepping with my boy. Usually it's like running with this lad instead, which is handy because my heart rate, after dropping off a lot of weight, has gone boom straight down again. It's like 36, 37 resting heart rate every day. I remember it was like 34 at the lowest of my last dieting phase, which is mad. And something I was starting to get a little bit worried about. I do see the rewards and the fitness levels from it. So we're out getting the steps in. Got like 12,000 to hit every day, so let's go, boy. Other thing as well, while I'm on the updates, the training plan that I've sort of laid out at the minute, I'm absolutely loving. So we're running push, pull, rest, our full upper session, or possibly the arm and delt session. And then I've got an arm and delt session now in the plan, and then the one leg day, which is on a Sunday for now. And that's what I've sort of been running over the last like 2 weeks or so, and I'm absolutely loving it. My strength is only on the increase. You know, when you drop off a couple of pounds of fat, you know, your movement inside in the gym, like everything starts to feel better, even though like there's zero carbs going in, only from like trace and veg, and the same goes for fat. When I have, you know, that little couple of pounds gone, you know, my sort of movement inside in the gym, my muscles, everything just feels a little bit better, which I love. So as long as strength is going up, I can guarantee you I'm not losing any muscle, boy. Come on. And one thing as well that's like key for me not losing strength at the moment, and one thing that I can sort of get a little bit lost in my training if I'm training on my own, is training with other people. So like Jamie, Sam, Podge, which I haven't trained legs with now in a couple of weeks because our schedule just haven't aligned. But when I am training with someone else, when you're pushing each other as hard as possible, you know, you've no other option than to like go as hard as you can. Like you can't pussy out from that kind of stuff, you know. That's how you fucking open a can of Monster works. We are on our way to Aldi, and I said I'd use this. You're on my phone now because I have like a phone mount. I can't put the camera on the dash. It's only since yesterday that I've actually started to see a bit of a visual difference, in my opinion. But, you know, a lot of people go through this diet, you know, in the first couple of weeks, and they're expecting to see huge improvements, like abs starting to pop out left, right and centre, and they don't see anything. And that's the reason why 2 weeks later they're back to square one, eating, you know, shit, because they thought that the diet wasn't working. They said it wasn't for them. So I'm sticking with it, and we're seeing improvements. You know, we're seeing the body fat come off. There's still those little pockets that I want to get rid of that, like, you know, are visually just stuff that I don't want to see. But I'm starting to see, you know, 4 abdominals with a lot of layers still on top of them. But, you know, we'll see what can come off over the next 2 weeks. Regardless of how low calorie I go, you know, time is your biggest friend at the end of the day, right? And the reason for that is because you need to give time for fat to come off. Because the more time you have, the more sustainable it's going to be. And that's why you saw in the last video, my full day of eating, like, it's not sustainable. And as I said in the disclaimer in the last video, I do not recommend anyone to do it, but I'm here doing it. So clients, any future potential clients, do as I say, not as I do. I've been rambling on for like 5 or 6 minutes now. I'm going to Aldi to get garlic and herb chicken, and then I'm coming home to start work, and then we'll be going to the gym this afternoon for a push session. Here's my first tip for anyone watching this video right now. If you go to the shop and you drive, park as far away as you can. Well, it's not that far this morning, it's fairly close, from the actual shop, to get some extra steps in. Over to the shop, back from the shop. You rack up a couple of extra steps, and you won't even notice it throughout the day, but that's how you rack up a few extra steps. Next stop is the Motor Factors for some oil for this car that never stops looking for fucking money. I mean, and you know what? All they're doing with the money is throwing it down the fucking drain. It's an absolute disaster. But nonetheless, we'll have to keep paying it. You haven't a choice. Another tip for y'all in the mornings when you get up, right, don't go straight for the coffee, don't go straight for the tea or the Monster, Red Bull, whatever it is. Get the water into you first. And the reason I say that is, in the mornings, you're probably dehydrated and looking for fluids. And you're certainly not looking for food the first thing you wake up. You think you are. You think you need that slice of toast with butter and jam, or that bowl of cereal, or whatever it may be, that chicken roll, that breakfast roll in the shop. All your body is looking for is a fuck ton of water and then a little bit of caffeine in on top. And absolutely drown yourself in water. Hi lads, we have the shopping haul. Piri piri chicken, smoked chipotle chicken, Mediterranean style turkey burgers, garlic and herb chicken, iceberg lettuce, which is the best. These are for Dan, salted caramel dark chocolate bars, unreal. And then poverty Coke Zero, basically. My waddy.
Packs on the trolley, this rap shit's a hobby. I got hitters, but I'll still catch me up.
Yeah boy, new edit ready to go out. 80.5 kilo this morning, so like another half a kilo down since the start of the week. I was like 81 on Monday or something like that. The rate of loss hasn't been as fast as I thought it would be. Like I was predicting, like I wanted to get down to, you know, the mid 70s, like mid to high 70s, and I probably will pull off like another kilo, 2 kilos or so, and that'll bring me down in around like 77, 78, which I would hope for, and then I'll be pretty happy with that then. But visuals, you know, they are better. Like I can see different lines and stuff like that coming back in, because there was like a lot of body fat on there, and you don't actually realize how much body fat is on there until you start pulling it off. And that's just something that we'll take note of then next year, obviously for prep. Like every time you diet down, you know sort of what sort of timeline you should be on for prep. And that's exactly what we'll know for next year, obviously, when we move into prep, which, as I was saying, I'm not 100% completely sure of when that'll be. Obviously, I want as much time as possible to obviously put into the gaining phase the minute I come home from holidays. So that is the story now. A bit of an update, just showing you exactly what I'm up to. Thank you very much to everyone who's subscribed, everyone who's watching the videos, everyone who's keeping up to exactly what I'm doing at the moment. We'll obviously be going on holidays, and then we'll be getting straight back into the bulk, putting on a fucking heap of muscle, which I'm more excited to obviously show people how to, you know, do that kind of stuff, because that's what I've been trying to do for years, and now we're finally doing it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed today's little update, and I will talk to you next time.